Hi, my name is Pattieptak, and I want to thank you so much for signing up for the Practice Success Academy. I am really excited that you decided to join me in taking the first steps to transform your practice and to create the practice and the life that you want. Because when it comes right down to it, this is not just about your practice. It's about your life, what you want to make of it, and how your practice can really support your dreams and your goals. Of course, you want to help people and make a difference in the world, but you also want your practice to support your lifestyle and your future. And in order for you to be really successful, it all has to work. Life is short and you spend a lot of time in your practice. Or maybe not. Maybe you don't want to spend a lot of time in your practice. Maybe you want to spend more time with your family, travel the world, write a book, or share your amazing knowledge with your colleagues so that they can share it with their patients and you can help more people. Whatever your goals are, this course is about building the fundamentals, the foundation that you need that will give you the freedom to do what you want in your life and to create a practice that works for you when you're there and even when you're not. This course will give you the tools to create a business that supports your goals and your lifestyle. And it's not my idea of a successful practice or not what some practice management guru thinks is a successful practice, but it's based on your goals, your ideal practice, whatever that looks like. And that's why I designed this course to give you options so that you can pick the ones that suit you best and are in alignment with your goals. You have the freedom to choose what will work for you, take what you want, and leave the rest. That's why this course is unique. You decide what will work for you and what will help you to create your ideal practice. So here's a brief overview of what you can expect from each module. Now, the first module is about getting yourself set up for success. We're going to have you look at your current situation and see what needs to happen in order to make room for the changes that are going to happen as a result of this course. And maybe nothing needs to be done, but most people do have something that should be done, or maybe even undone, something that they're tolerating, maybe something that's standing in their way of success. At any rate, there's always room for improvement in even the most successful practices. Now, we're also going to look at what you can do to prepare for the changes that are going to be occurring in your office, whether it's an influx of new patients, creating better systems to handle more patients with less effort, or strategies that will allow you to keep more of the new patients that you get. We're going to discuss all of this in Module 1. It's about setting your office up for success. And speaking of setting yourself up for success, I just want to say a word about courses. Now, I've personally bought a lot of courses over the years, and I'm kind of embarrassed to say that I've finished few of them. I have very good intentions when I bought them, of course, but then I got busy and put them lower and lower on my to-do list and then kind of forgot about doing them completely. So I do refer to them from time to time to get the information, but that's not the ideal. This course is designed to really transform your practice and give you and your staff a framework that you need to build a profitable and successful practice, from setting your goals for success to creating marketing that attracts your ideal client and that works consistently, to creating packages and programs that make it easy for your clients to say yes to your services. We're going to talk about hiring the right team and incorporating additional streams of income that are right for your practice. So this course was designed to help you do all of that and much, much more. But you have to do the course, right? There's an old saying that says nothing changes if nothing changes. And it's a sad fact that if you don't do the course, it's not going to change your practice. So let's make a deal right now. Look at your calendar. Find the day and time that's going to work best for you during the week to do the coursework and watch the videos. I recommend it be a time that you're not in your office, unless, of course, you're doing the modules with your staff. Set aside that time to go through the modules and do the exercises. Plan on about 45 minutes for the course and anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour or two for the work that you need to do depending on the module. So do that right now. Block off the time as if it were an important appointment, because guess what? It is. Now, Module 2, we're going to really do a deep dive into storytelling, and I can't stress how important this is to do this and to get it right. I ran a very successful practice for years without needing much of an advertising budget. Why? I believe that one of the reasons was because I told stories. And I'm not talking about the fish stories like, oh, you should have seen the one that got away. But I told relatable stories. I told my story to the patients. I told the doctor's story. I talked about why each one of us got into the profession, what our motivation was. And in marketing, that's called your big why. These days, our world is getting more and more virtual, and there's a lot less human touch. And as human beings, we crave that connection with others. So telling your story and letting the patients get to know you and why you are doing what you're doing is really key to create a bond with your clients. It gives your patients an anchor, something memorable. And if they're referring someone to your office, they can actually tell your story to their friends. Now, they might forget where you went to school, but they will never forget your story. Now, I have a powerful worksheet and detailed instructions to really help you to craft your story so that it's both memorable and persuasive, and it's all designed to help patients see why you are the best and obvious choice to help them. Here we're going to do worksheets and exercises to attract your ideal clients. We're going to create the words and phrases that are going to attract them to you like crazy. It's copy that you can use on your website, Facebook posts, product posts, and your brochures. Now, 2 reasons that you want to identify your ideal client. Number 1 is so you can create your marketing messaging to attract exactly the right people to your office. Now, I know a lot of my clients say, I want to help everybody. Well, you can help everybody. Just because you've identified your ideal client doesn't necessarily mean that you can't help everybody. It just makes it a whole lot easier to attract them and to know how to create your marketing to get your best clients in your office. Now, the second reason we identify your ideal client is because those are the clients that just make your day sail by. They're super easy. They follow your recommendations. They refer other people in. They don't have a problem paying their bill. And they're grateful that they found you. They value what you do. Those are your ideal clients. Imagine if you had a practice full of patients like that. Wouldn't that just make your whole day sail by? Now, Module 3 is about creating your office culture. It's really about how to hire the right staff, how to create an awesome team that can take your practice to where you want it to be, because your team can make or break your practice, as you probably know. I'm going to cover the secrets of how to attract and hire the right staff, how to place a killer ad to get tons of qualified applicants that are perfect fit for your team. We're going to cover the best personality tests and what I call non-personality tests that are really essential to identifying top talent, but they really have nothing to do with personality. They identify the applicant's intrinsic skill set, which is essential, but it's very seldom used. Some of these tests are free. They're not even going to cost you any money, which is awesome, my favorite. They're really essential for you to assemble a team that works well together, a team that has the tools to resolve any conflicts that might arise without getting you involved. How awesome would that be? Tools to build a team that share a common language and one that can create an atmosphere that is efficient and pleasant to keep you happy and your patients happy so that they keep coming back. Then we come to Module 4, and Module 4 is one of the biggest needle movers for you and your practice, because Module 4, we're going to talk about creating your marketing foundation. That's obviously really important. We're going to talk about your internal marketing and your external marketing, and we're also going to talk about internet marketing. Did you know that 87% of Americans are online, and one of the most frequent things that they do online is look for health information? So when they're looking, you want to be right there. You need to be there with a great website and a great way to attract your clients' attention. Now, you might be thinking, well, I have a mostly referral-based practice, so I really don't have to worry too much about my website. Well, you know what? Anymore, it doesn't matter. Even if you do have a mostly referral-based practice, people are going to look you up anyway, because even if their best friend referred them, they want to see for themselves, what does your office look like? What is your staff like? They want to see what you look like. And they also want to get an idea of what other people might be saying about you. And that includes looking you up on places like Yelp and Health Grades and things like that. So I'm going to talk to you about monitoring your online reputation as well, and something that you have to be very cognizant of these days. There are lots of ways that you can monitor your online reputation, and I'm going to talk about the different ways to keep tabs on who's saying what about you out there. And if they do say something negative, actually, what can you do to counteract that? Now, Module 5 is about systemizing your practice so that the doctor, the patients, and the staff are all on the same page. It's about how to make your day easier, and it's really how to make your office run like clockwork so that when patients come in, everything just flows. So I'm also going to talk about how you can price, package, and promote programs in your office. And that's another way that you can make it a really seamless experience for your patients in the office or even in your virtual practice. Ultimately, you want your patients to get results as well as have an amazing experience with you. And that's what's going to inspire them to refer their friends and family and to keep coming back to your office for a lifetime. So we're going to cover how to remove those barriers that patients have to signing up for care with you, how to deal with objections, and how the sale really starts from the very first phone call in your office. I'm going to talk about how to have a well-trained staff that's able to answer any questions that your patients may ask them exactly the way that you would answer them. And since your patients spend about 70% of the time in your office with your staff, isn't it important that you know what they're saying? So this module is going to give you the peace of mind so that you have control over exactly what is happening in your office when you're doing other things like treating your patients. Then we come to Module 6, and that's how to introduce multiple streams of income into your office. You know, those things that you maybe aren't even thinking about, but they're things that your patients are probably out there buying somewhere else. Things that you can ethically and easily incorporate into your office. And you can also be assured that your patients are being provided with the highest quality products. It's a great way to make passive income, and it also helps you increase the amount of money that your patients spend with you easily and ethically. How you can approach this so that you and your staff don't feel like you're being salesy or pushy. Now we're also going to do Q&As from time to time throughout this course. You can email me your questions and then we'll get on the phone live as a group and I'll answer any questions that you may have or your staff may have. So let's get started. Click on Module 1 to begin and I'll see you inside the course.